All right. My nose is itchy. What is up, YouTube Nation? I've not posted a video in a little bit, so I did a live yesterday talking about why. Um, I'm gonna give a little quick explanation before I get into the actual video topic. Just my girlfriend and my family came this past weekend, so I was busy with them. So my schedule was literally just spend time with them, go work out. The only content I could pump out was short form content, and then all the way until yesterday, I had a huge biology test I had to study for. But I'm back. I've still y'all have seen I've still been posting short form content, going to the gym and stuff like that. I'll never be so busy that I can't go work out and not post like short form stuff. But videos and lives are a little bit trickier. But I'm back on my same schedule of going live and making videos. So I'm actually my goal is to make 3 videos in a row. So we've got this video today. We've got a sorry, my nose on the outside is like really itchy. Ow. But yeah, so we got this is a little rest day yap session video. Um Tomorrow I'm gonna record a deload pull day here, and then the day after that I'm going to work out at the home gym down at my family's place because I'm going there for the weekend. So you're all gonna see a little bit of a different environment. I know I've gained a lot more subscribers since then, so it'll be like a new place for y'all. Y'all will get to see my family's home gym. It's pretty good. But yeah, topic of today is I was thinking about this. I was like, what's something like I can kind of talk about, like something that everyone needs, that everyone has. And I was like, you know what? I've got the perfect idea. And this video, as you've probably seen by the thumbnail, is why friends are important. Friends are something, and this is excluding like romantic relationships, like boyfriend, girlfriend, stuff like that, because that's a whole separate thing. If y'all want me to make a video about that, I would love to. But friends at their core, um, I'm one of those people. I always have made sure to have like a circle of friends in my life, and the time that I didn't have many friends was whenever I was kind of at my just most depressed. It was a time that my it was like my 4th and 5th grade. I had just been pulled out of public school, and my parents were trying homeschool, but mine wasn't like a big homeschool group. It was kind of like a more like we would have a homeschool group that we were with, but you would only interact with other like kids your age like once a month. And yeah, it just was not my thing, and I went from being a very social kid and all that to like having none of that. Like my best friend was my sister because we were homeschooled, so like and I didn't have any other opportunities to really have friends. And I just remember whenever I was little how much that affected me, and how like it took me a while to get back to being social because whenever I transferred to the school that I graduated from my 6th grade year, like my 6th grade year I was still like kind of like antisocial and stuff. I didn't start to branch out until like my 7th grade year. And that's something I always think about, like being like, that shows me how important friends are. And I think especially picking who your friends are too. I've seen so many people turn into like not the best people or kind of ruin themselves just because they hang out with people who aren't really necessarily their friends and just aren't good influences on them. But I think one of the best things that someone can do is find friends that have a good influence on them. Like I think that's one of the best things that people can have because like whenever you're younger, like I remember whenever I was like in middle school and early high school when people would be like, pick good friends because they are the people who you're gonna act like. I was like, no, I'm independent. But looking back on it, that's so true. Like I'm telling you, look at your friend group or your friend groups. Look at who you're friends with. Tell me you don't act at least a little bit like them, or not necessarily act like them, but they have like an effect on you. Like for example, me and my buddies up here who we all went to high school together, so we've been friends with each other for like years. We are very like we're very kind of like guys in general are like a very I'm gonna like mess with you kind of way, but like we're a very like kind of pick at each other kind of friend group, and like eventually some people get angry about it. They're like, bro, okay, you stop or whatever. But like we're all like that, and it's because we've been around each other for so long. And also another thing is like me and my friend group, like like our humor is pretty stupid. Like some of us have more stupid humor than others, but we talk about this all the time. We're like, bro, we think this is so funny, but we're like, if we try to tell someone else this, it wouldn't be. And that's a big example of how like you kind of become and act like your friends and y'all affect each other because um like like I just lost my train of thought. But like if you have it to the point where your humor gets to where like someone else won't think it's funny, but you and those specific friends think so, that's how y'all like adapt to each other and stuff. And I don't know. I've always been one of those people like especially through high school, I had a lot of like different groups of friends. Um just because I had a lot of friends from like different schools and all that, and I, it helped me a lot because it helped me to really grow as a person throughout high school. Um But then, especially in the last couple of years since I've graduated, I've focused a lot more on kind of shrinking my like friend group. Like I still have plenty of people that I keep in touch with and stuff, but in terms of like the friends I hang out with, I probably have like reduced that number by like 70%. And I over the last like couple several years, I've gained like a good bit of new friends too, like from the high school to like graduated transition. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I just ended up kind of yapping this whole video, but long story short, friends are important. Pick good friends that will have a good, long lasting effect on you. And another thing I want to put in, like, good friends are always there for each other. And there have been times in my life where like whenever I didn't have anyone, like your parents are always great to go to, but sometimes they're not going to relate to you the best because there's that age gap and stuff like that, and it's your parents. And there's been sometimes that I've gotten so much out of just going to my friends and talking to them. And it's having friends that can do that and also reciprocate that for them, of course. But having friends that you can just sit and talk to and have like a genuine conversation about, like, let's just say you go through a bad breakup. You want to have friends who are going to be there to support you. You don't want friends that are just not going to care and be like, "Oh, bro, get over it, dude." Like, yeah, yeah, you want friends to be real with you, but also you want to kind of surround yourself with people who are going to help kind of build you up. Or this is a hard one, and this is one I have to swallow the pill for. But sometimes you want friends who can be like kind of give you constructive criticism. And this is definitely one that I'm still kind of working on. But you want people to also hold you accountable. Like if you do something wrong or something like that, you want friends to be able to like look at you and be like, "Bro, you're being an idiot." And sometimes you need that. There's been times where that's happened for me, and it pissed me off at the time. But looking back on it, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad they told me that. Um, but that's why it's important to have good friends, because if you don't have good friends and they just let you do stupid stuff, you're not going to learn those lessons, and then that's going to affect you negatively going on in the future. But yeah, I guess this is kind of my yap session for today. I just thought it'd be a good topic just because everyone needs friends in life, man. Like it's one of those things I could not imagine living a life without friends. And friends are also such an important thing to me and like all my buddies, and y'all have seen a lot of my friends on the channel and stuff like that. But like without my buddies, I probably would be a completely different human being today. And so I'll always have them to thank. That like of course I have like my girlfriend and my parents, of course, and stuff like that. But for me, like the bros are always gonna be one of those things that are gonna help build you up. And now this is me from a guy's point of view, of course. But like I don't know how to describe it, but just the way it is to have like a good group of just the dudes is a legendary, like every guy needs to experience having that at least one like just bro friend group. Um Good friends though. You don't want a bunch of freaking toxic weirdos. But yeah, that's today's video. Let me know if you guys have any comments or anything. I've seen people comment on some of my videos and stuff, and I love reading them. So feel free to comment or whatever. But I think that's gonna be today's video. I didn't really have like an exact layout of how I wanted to talk about it. I just kind of wanted to talk about like why friends are important to me, why you need them, the kind of friends you need. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna be it. By the way, I tried to get another pack of 12 pack of white monsters, and they only had the white, green, and purple, or I mean the orange, green, and purple, which those are fine because the orange was actually my original favorite. The green is slept on. The purple one's mid, but yeah, I was kind of depressed I couldn't find the 12 pack of white ones. But yeah, that's today's video. We're back with uploading consistently and going live. I'm gonna go live later tonight. But thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a good day and peace.